All right, welcome back to Varsity Club 602, where we are covering 42 bowl games in a little bit more than 42 minutes. We're gonna kind of rip through these. If you haven't seen the first show, go back and watch. Got a little bit of an intro, but for the very uninitiated, we're just gonna talk about the 42 bowl games with as little real football data as we can. The market's kind of saturated with good football podcasts and shows. We're gonna give you a bad football podcast and show. This episode, we are talking about the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl out of Orlando. We have the NIU Huskies taking on mine and Josh's Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Personal favorites, honestly.
I mean, sock 'em, bus 'em. That's our custom. Coastal Carolina. We kind of adopted Coastal as a house team. Watched a few games, I think, up until they lost, and then
that feels about right.
So we were foolishly talking off camera just a little bit ago, and realized that this is being played where Orlando City SC plays their games. And we had just like a little bit of a differing opinion on how interesting that might be. We were hoping for a trashier stadium, I think, was kind of the.
Yeah, this feels like something that should just be played in like a field in like Kentucky. I don't know.
Like a multi-purpose one with the track around the football stadium.
Yeah, not even like a professional track, like gravel laid around
Oh,
the track,
oh,
like a middle school.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not high quality is what I'm looking for here.
So
high scoring, not quality.
Well, you say high scoring, and the over-under in this game, 63.5.
You know what? That quite honestly just feels right. That feels like a comfortable. I take the over on that one, and I'm going to lock that in simply because I don't know if either of these teams have a defense capable of doing much of anything against one another.
Well, you've got your Maction team here, so you got to know there's points coming, and then Coastal just beat on people all year long.
Constantly. Like
I think even in games they lost, they were putting up numbers.
It was high year round.
Coastal started the year beating Citadel by 38 points.
Yeah.
Now, some of the lower scoring games that they had, they were still putting up 4 touchdowns a game. Obviously the loss to Georgia State, 82 points in that game. They played another MAC school. They played Buffalo. There were 53 points in that game. So definitely no stranger to scoring a ton of points. We actually saw an NIU game this year.
We did.
And NIU didn't look great, losing to Wyoming 50-43. But to fit our narrative here, they have given up a ton of points a few times this year. And
Michigan taking them to 60. Oh no, that was that this? Yes, Michigan taking 63 points to 10. That's painful.
Yeah, a pretty good showing for NIU against a Big Ten team, if we're being completely honest with each other.
Playing Kent State 52 points, losing 47. That's an easy over.
So I don't know enough about the field conditions at Exploria Stadium down there in Orlando, but soccer pitches tend to be just a little bit slower than the fake turf stuff that we play our American football on. That could contribute. There's a lot of burners on these teams. I definitely. I don't think I can not lay the 10.5 with Coastal. Just kind of the points NIU's given up. I think a boat race is really more Coastal's kind of game. I could definitely see NIU being right near this number at the end, throwing like a pick six or something, and Coastal Coastal covers the number.
It'll definitely be close, but I think I'm still comfortably going to take Coastal on this one for nothing, but I want them to.
Uh, Exploria Stadium is natural grass. So I don't think it's going to make a
So
difference.
that's about as close to a rough field in the Midwest as I'm going to get.
You know, there
Here's
are
the
there
here's
are some bowl games coming up, Josh, that are outside in the Northeast at baseball stadiums.
oh, perfect.
So you know,
That is
it's
just
not
about everything I could want.
it's not Northwestern and Purdue from Wrigley, but it's pretty close. It's pretty
here's
close.
the here's the important question that needs answering. What do they get for playing at the Cure Bowl?
You know, so usually bowl games will give you like a little gift basket, and the guys will get PlayStations and gloves and all kinds of stuff that they're not usually supposed to get. Liberty and Georgia Southern played in this bowl game last year. NCAA previously, I don't know if there's a limit this year, but it was $550 per person. Theirs was a watch, a Bluetooth backpack, warm up jacket and pants, a long sleeve t shirt, a fitted hat, and some Pebble Beach slides.
I mean,
I mean, that sounds like a trip
I've
to Orlando.
I've seen better, but I have seen significantly worse for a free takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Coastal gets another chance to whoop up on a MAC team, and NIU kids get to go to Orlando. You know, it's cold in Northern Illinois this time of year. You know, trip to Orlando on the
So
17th of December, not the worst thing.
any opportunity to leave Illinois in the wintertime is just it's a good opportunity to take.
And if you've been to DeKalb, sorry to all my NIU graduates, but there's not a whole lot to do in DeKalb when it's warm. So definitely a much needed vacation for these guys. So yeah, I'm on Coastal. I'm on the over. I think that's just kind of how it's got to be for me.
Yep. Well, gonna have to agree on this one.
All right. Well, hey guys, that is two bowls down out of 42. Thank you for watching what is now the second installment of Varsity Club 602. We'll be back with more soon.